Hi there, this is Kathy Crow here at the Crow Cottage in Springfield, Missouri. Thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate all that you do. This is the time of the year that I think most of us have got our Christmas cards made and sent out. And it feels so good, doesn't it? It's just a lot of work, because those of us who really like making cards, we spend a lot of time doing the ones that we're sending to our favorite people in the world. And so, yes, it is a lot of work, but it's something we love to do. Now, for me, it has helped keep off the weight most years. Now, this year, I have to say, I've actually been eating a little bit more than I should have, and I actually made, this is a bad thing that I did, terrible. In fact, for me, not so bad for anyone else, not bad for Jeff. He can control himself better than me. But I made chocolate chip cookies, and I actually put pecans in them. I normally don't put nuts in them, but I make them so rarely that this time I just really super splurged, and I even had nuts in them, and it was wonderful, and I ate way too many. I sent a little package. I've been making those gift bags. In fact, last week, I think I made a gift bag, the size I think I put the cookies in, actually. I thought, I can't eat any more of these cookies, and it used to be, I was a paraeducator at school, and, people would make goodies and bring, I think, how do you do this? I've got kids at home. They eat everything. Well, now I know how it happens. They leave, and you're like stuffing cookies in your face. You can't eat that many, right? So at least you shouldn't. So I am going to have to do a little bit better now. But I did send a bunch of them away to school when Jeff went today. He's substituting in I think he's in Clever, Missouri. He loves it there. He likes it all over the place. There's a lot of great schools around. Okay, I am not going to just chat all day because I could, but I want to show you this Doggone Friendly. Oh, it is so cute. Look at this. This is a background stamp that you have got to have, but you won't be able to order it until January. January is when this catalog is going to go live with this and a whole bunch of things. And I promised myself I was not going to show you stuff until it was actually available. But if you're a demonstrator, you can order this in your pre-order. I think maybe, yes, we can. We can order this in our pre-order. That's how I got it. What am I thinking? And so, of course, you can. So join our team. Next month, the celebration is coming, and then you get to order things early. And it's nice because things like that, I don't know that it's going to go really fast. You never know, but it's possible it could. Uh-oh, why did that do that? I don't know. I'll have to find me there later so that I can see your comments as we go. But I've got some cute things to do with that. I wanted to show you how you could use that stamp, just because it's one big giant stamp. Sometimes these large ones are a little more, I don't know, this one's not going to be tricky at all to use, but you are going to want the Stamparatus. Now that is something that we used to sell, and we don't have it anymore, and I'm so sorry, because it is very useful, especially for products like this. So anyway, have fun with this today. This is going to be a very, very fun day for you and for me. And I've got my stuff. I actually typed out my stuff, which was a miracle. And I put my QR codes there. So here's my website. That address is going to stay relatively the same, but it will probably have other things with it saying Wix site, just because I'm going to cease to pay for it. But you'll still be able, I've had it long enough now that if you Google search KathyCrowsCards.com, you'll find me. And these QR codes, this QR code is to my Stampin' Up! Shop to buy things. If you buy anything $50 or more today, then you will get 4. Today I'm doing 4 free greeting cards. I don't have a ton of them left anymore. These are all going to be really nice ones. They're kind of the ones I've been awarding, I think. And here's my Square store if you want to do classes or private tutorials or have a party or anything. And then this is my newsletter, and that goes out once a week. So the newsletter actually has lots and lots of ideas. Now today I've got a whole bunch of my These are our Naturals, I think is what they're called. Naturals blending pens. They're all different browns and flesh tones. I also have bronze and ivory and my retired cinnamon cider. I bought a bunch of those cinnamon ciders when it retired because I knew that that was something that I am going to be wanting to do. Now, why did you do that, Facebook? You lost me because I did have me up there, and then I refreshed and it totally lost me. So I'm going to have to actually type my page in again and see if I can find it. And yes, there we go. And now to get the sound off as quickly as I possibly can, and we are good and good. All right, so now I can see what you see, and that is helpful because then I can know how much I need to adjust this camera, just a tiny bit maybe. All right, so I want you to be able to see, though, my instructions on the side here. Now, I am not, these are not ones that are any secret. In fact, the fun fold that I'm going to do, I don't know if I'm going to start with a fun fold because I think I might want to do the slim card first. This is such a cute way to do this stamp. You can see I've only used this tiny section of it, and I think I'm going to start with that first. The fun fold that I did is actually one that I saw really recently from some demonstrator who I cannot remember who it was because I've been looking at a bunch apparently in the last week. And so anyhow, I apologize for that. If you know who it is, because you'll recognize the fun fold. If you have been looking at other people's things, you will recognize it. Please type in her name in the comments and let me know who that is, because I do like to give credit to people, but like a lot of times my brain only holds so much information, and I do look at a lot of different things, so I just totally forgot it. Now again, celebration coming up in a month. Wow, it's not a month. Ladies, it is almost Christmas. Christmas is next week. I hope you're ready. I'm sort of ready. I'm as ready as I need to be. Our gifts have been sent out, and Jeff and I have been just doing some fun things here and there. Now, I just cut a piece of white cardstock in half because I need a big sheet. The stamp is actually really big, and I am going to stamp it 2 times. So I probably only need that amount of cardstock. We'll see. You never know. Sometimes with a big one, it can be difficult. Although with my Stamparatus, it shouldn't be hard at all. All right, so I'm going to put that in the corner. And we're going to put this here like this. I think I need my pads under it. That's looking pretty skinny. Let's try the pads. What did I do with them? I had them in my hand, and I was thinking they were kind of in the way, and I set them down somewhere. Where in the world did I set them? Sometimes I just throw things around because I'm chatting and not paying much attention. Oh, there they are. Okay, swell. Oh, very, very good. There you are. I actually need my little pad of paper too, probably. All right, so here's this little pad. That does help. And I do like to put my paper on top. Oh, it's right there. In fact, I think this is all I need. I don't need that pad. It's a cling stamp, so I actually don't need this foam pad. That is for my photopolymer stamps. And I'm just going to keep using this dingy used piece of paper. I don't replace that all that often. With a Stamparatus, it stays really nice and clean. You don't generally need to. So here's how big this stamp is. It's really big. I need the whole space here to stamp this. And I'm going to move it all the way over and put it right in the middle of this very large piece of cardstock. It's this is your 8.5 by 5.5. And then we're going to pick that up. I'm going to use Early Espresso. I used my Tuxedo Black Memento, and it's okay. It's a good impression. But here is one little guy I cut out of that it's a good impression. But I did have to do it a few times. So I'm going to do both. But I think for this first go round, I'm going to do early espresso for the fancy fold card. And then for the slim card, I'm going to do tuxedo black, so you can see how it goes. But you're going to see I do have to stamp this a few times. So I'm going to put these sets underneath. Maybe I only need one. Those are my retired ones, but I got out all my dog ones because I wanted to see what sentiments I had. And then while I was there with the dog ones, I needed this particular paw print die, which I forget which one it's in, but we will find out because I'm going to be using it. So this is early espresso, and we're just going to ink this up liberally. We're going to stamp it several times to get the kind of impression that I really want. I want something really, really dark and nice, and I have to stand up to really apply the pressure the way I want it to. Now you can kind of see I've got a nice new glass mat. That glass mat is part of our Celebration Starter Kit promotion starting January 5, is it? I'm not sure. Now that's not a bad impression, not bad at all, but I want it a little darker than that. So we're going to do it again, and I might do it a third time. As long as nothing shifts, we should be good. If things shift at all, then you've got a muddied image, and that's why you have these magnets on to keep that from happening. That's pretty good. I don't want to do it any more than that. That's actually quite good. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that, and I'm going to take this one out, let it dry, and we will do a tuxedo black version. Aren't they cute? Doggone Friendly, you are a great name for that because it is so, so cute. I think this is one of my favorite dog ones because they're actual dogs. They are kind of cartoony, but not really. They're not like the ones that we normally have, which are super cute too, because that looks like Tramp and Lady and the Tramp. That's why I like that one so much. I happen to be very fond of dachshunds, so this is a very cute one too. And that's not the one with the dies. This is the oldest one, this Pampered Pets. This is the one with the paw print, I think, that we're using. I'll look at that other one in a minute and see if Happy Tails might be it, because I'm thinking that Happy Tails might have been the one that had the paw prints that I'm using today. All right, so now I am going to need to clean off my early espresso. I really don't want that getting into my early espresso, the black at all. So let's clean that off. So when you get the starter kit, you get to pick any products that you want. The value will be, boy, I don't remember what our new value is, because the glass mat itself, I had to buy it because, of course, I'm already a demonstrator. And to get it, to show it to you, I had to buy it. And it's $60. So that's an added value of $60, plus you get a cleaning cloth with it, and seemed like there was and a nice silicone mat too that has like little wells in it, and you can do watercolor and all kinds of stuff with it. So it's a very nice addition, plus $30 of whatever products you want. That's offer one. You can get that, but if you don't want or need the glass mat, then you can get just extra product, and that will probably, as I assume, about $250 or $255 worth of items for $99. It's a great deal, and it's a good trial. See if you really want to do a lot of Stampin' Up! Stuff. It's a great way to get enough supplies to really have fun with it. You have to have enough things to really have fun with it. So that's Tuxedo Black. Let's see how that goes. I do press around quite a lot on it because these big ones tend to... That was a really good first impression. I'm going to do it again just because I want the St. Bernard ears to look really nice and dark, and the little dachshund ears too. So I'm going to do it again. oftentimes with these background stamps, I end up having to do them 2 times, just to be sure. You can go down to the craft store and find little Stamparatus things like this, Misties. You could probably find them on Amazon. Okay, that's good. Now, I would not want to go anymore. It's starting to fuzz out just a tiny bit. So that was good. I definitely don't want to do it anymore. They're so cute, though. Look at those happy little faces looking at you. Like, they are friendly, but they are super, super cute. If you want to know how to be a good friend, just look at a good dog, because they definitely are always happy to see you. They show that they're happy. They look at you. Their little tags, little tails wagging. Just like a friend, they're going to extend their hand, give you a hug. That's how you know who is happy to see you, right? Okay, so that is Doggone Friendly. Where are the stamps? Oh, there's the case. There we go. So we'll stick you back in there. Too cute. I don't want to muddy up a white sheet. Let's throw that to the side. Okay, so the other set that I've got out here, let's put these things away. I don't need this out again. Where's the other map, though? Let's put that all together before I actually throw it down on the side here. Is Happy Tails. Oh, this is the oldest one. That one does not have any dies either, but it does have a paw print. It's pretty cute. So I've got these out just because there's, of course, different paw sentiments. Best friend leaves a paw print on your heart. I love that. That's very cute. Okay, so this is the one I need for the die, the little paw die. So that's what I'm using as a Pampered Pets one for that. All right, so now what we're going to do, though, is I want to color this just a little bit. You could leave it just like this, and it would look fine. But I think we want to color it just a little bit. And I'm seeing how low I can go here for you to still see everything really well. And for me to be able to work on it and have it work out well. All right, now let's see here. I'm gonna use some fairly light colors because this is gonna go on a card that's got dark browns and blacks. So we really do want to keep it light. It's not going to actually be a lot of what, you would want to do necessarily to make these dogs look like the kind of dog they are. So I'm going to start up here with the Saint Bernard. And I'm going to start with something pretty light because I kind of forget what pens I use. This is number 600. And I'm going to just see how dark that is. That's perfect. Okay, so we're just going to put in a little bit of coloring where his shadowing is. And I'm not coloring in the ears at all because I want those to stay black. I'm not going to color where his nose is either. I want that. This is going to stay white. Okay, so we're just kind of coloring around where his little jowls are. And just putting color on the lines. And I'm going to do that with all the dogs that are going to be in this frame. I'm not using the whole section on the front of this card. So we're going to just do some of them. This little German Shepherd, isn't he cute? Oh, he's so cute. We have neighbors who have an adorable little dog. He's called, for some reason he's got an unusual name. Why is, if I could see him out there, it would come to memory. I can't believe that I'm not thinking about who he is right now because he's awfully cute. My mind is filled with other things like sugar plums and all of that. Okay, look at you. You are so cute. I'm kind of making this one like everything, and I'll keep this midsection less colored because I don't want to mess up their faces. If you put too much color on, you're gonna just not like it, okay? So I'm not gonna do the whole section. I'm just doing the part that I think I'm gonna be using. And I love the Boston Terrier. Oh, he's so cute. But I think that's all I'm going to be using of that. And this one, we want to keep him more of a black. This one, we want to keep more of a blonde. So I'm going to go with a lower color. This is number 4. And we're going to do that. Actually, that's pretty dark. Let's try an even lower one. Like, there's ivory. Let's try ivory. There we go. Ivory, you're a little too light. What have we got? Here's number 5. Okay, number 5, that's a little better. That is much better, okay? And then for my grays, I'm actually going to have to use my Copic pens because we don't have a light enough one in the Copic, in our Stampin' Up! World. So I'm going to just use my C1 to color this little guy's face in a little, just to keep him a black and white. All right. I don't think I want a whole white belly on him, though. Okay, and then I'm also going to use that to darken up my St. Bernard ears and his little mouth section a little bit, because I do want that to be black. Anywhere where there's some black, I am going to use this pen to just kind of overcolor it a tiny bit. And the Boston Terrier, he's good. He's pretty good. Okay, I think that's that. And now I'm going to use the ivory. There we go. There's ivory for our St. Bernard. And I'm not trying to make a whole, like, super hair, I'm not going to get my pens out and make this look like a real dog or anything like that. I'm not wanting to use that much detail here. I do want something a bit darker than that. What else have we got? We have got crumb cake. I don't want you. I'm going to have to get my browns. Oh, there's number 8. I think number 8's pretty light. It is. There's my golden. Okay, so we're going to use that. And I'm going to get out another golden for that one. We're going to use a little bit of orange to kind of make this one's looking more like this is number 500, which I've already used. I don't want to get too much going there, just a little more color. And then I can use that golden one to kind of drag that in, my 800. It's going to drag those colors in there a little bit. Make that a bit darker. I'm kind of leaving it light around the eyes. I don't want to lose any of that definition. All right, so that is about that. I do think I want to add a little bit of yellow. So let's see what we've got. Probably, I know it's a retired color, but So Saffron is a perfect one when you're trying to get more of a furry kind of color, but you want it yellow. So here's our light saffron. So Saffron. That'll give us some yellow for him. And a little bit on the German Shepherd. And then I also want just a little bit of orange, just to kind of give us more of the fox kind of color. And I'm looking for pale papaya. I'm not seeing it, but I know it's here somewhere. I see my pumpkin pie, but that's going to be way too dark. There we go. There you are. pale papaya. I'm going to get the dark pale papaya out. My tips are, there we go, that's good. That just gives us a little bit of orange color to the German Shepherd. And this, like, this is a corgi or something, I think. I don't know my dog breeds very well. They do kind of tend to look a little bit the same now that I'm getting done, so let's distinguish the St. Bernard a bit. Darken that up. That is number 600. Okay, and that one, I might get a different darker one just to make it look a little bit different. I don't really want them to look exactly the same. And I'm going to use cinnamon cider as my cardstock. So let me grab a light cinnamon cider out. I wouldn't hurt to have some of that in these dog colorings. Okay. Kind of drag some of that color in, since that's going to be my cardstock. All right, I think that's pretty good. And then I do want something light again. I'll take my pale papaya again. Kind of smooth those colors in wherever I've got kind of a weird looking line going. Jeff and I had a wonderful time at a live action play. I didn't really know what to expect. Who knows what a live action play is? But they were puppets. They were animal puppets, because the story was The Horse and His Boy, the C.S. Lewis story, which is one of our favorites. We love that one. And it was so good. It's a really good production. So we had a wonderful time. And the puppets were amazing. When they first came out, Jeff and I were like, I'm afraid I'm going to be really distracted by the puppeteers. You can kind of see them a little bit, but they wear black clothing, so they really do blend into the background. And as the characters are developed as you're going along, you don't even notice them at all. Now, I'm not going to color these background things, because I don't have other colors in this card. I do want to do something for their little dog collars. I also do want to do their tongues and their ears, but I need Petal Pink for that. Where are you, Petal Pink? I thought I got you out. There's 9. all of these flesh tones. There's light Petal Pink. Wow, I think we might need dark Petal Pink, because my light Petal Pink looks really pale. It's been in the sun, I think. Let's see how it looks. I can't even see any coloring out of you. Oh my goodness, Petal Pink. I'm needing something much more than that. Let's see what I've got. I had a hard time finding Petal Pink in here. I might have to settle for something else. I wonder if I've got a Stampin' Right. I've got Grapefruit Grove. That would probably work. There's my marker Petal Pink. I think I'm going to have to go with that, because I'm not seeing anything else. So Petal Pink, you're not quite pink enough. I need you to be pinker. So let's go with our Flirty Flamingo. We'll get light Flirty Flamingo out here. And that's going to work better. Okay, we want those in the ears, and wherever you can see a little pink tongue, you want that hanging out. Some of them I'm not coloring those yet. I will get to them, but I'm not doing them yet. I think, is that about it? Okay, and then let's do the bone with something very dark brown. And his collar. This little section right there, I really do want to color it, but I'm going to just do it with light petal pink. Any of these backgrounds that I want to kind of color in, I'm just going to do it with light petal pink, and that's good. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do with that section right now, and I'm going to trim it around because I'm going to do a straight line down here with my cutting board. And I want to go really close to their little heads. This is why I'm doing 2 cards, because obviously you're not going to want to use this stamp this way most of the time. But you can use it this way and get quite a lot of use out of this stamp set. I'm gonna, I think I can go ahead and cut around here like this and like that. And then if I decide I want that to be straight, I can get it straight. That's our straight edge, and I think I'm gonna just keep it that way. Let's go ahead and do something for this little medallion. And we do need the little rope that this guy's got in his mouth. We need that to be colored. Other than that, I think we're good. I don't think we need any more color on that. Doesn't that look cute? All right, so it's just that little section. I'm going to hang on to this part because I might be using it. We'll see. I'm going to put this up. What I need to do next is cut. I'll tell you what my dimensions are. This is 7.5 inches by 8, and then I scored it at 3 3/4. Okay, so this is the dimensions for this slim card. And then I have a piece of black, this is cinnamon cider, by the way. And then this is a piece of black cardstock, 2 1/4 by 7 3/4, I believe. Yes, 7 3/4. This is the piece I need to do our little paws and the hearts from. Okay, so let me grab my cutting machine, drag it over here. This is so cute. This is the easy part. Okay, so we're going to put that there, we'll put that there, and grab out my little paws. We'll do, where's my heart die? I need the heart die too, and I know I have one. It might be in our new set. I have so many heart dies that I'm not really sure what I use. Let's look and see what we've got. I thought one of the dogs had a heart die. I'm not seeing that, so let's look here really quick. Maybe Happy Tails had a heart die. Somebody did. One of these did. Is it Hot Dog? I don't think so. I don't feel any dies in there. What did I get that heart set or the heart dies from? They're not in here, and I thought they were. I have my heart dies out from our old sets, but none of those are the right hearts. And then this is our new set. Well, I will just use it, even though I don't know that that's the one that I use. There's this little trio, and this is a new, our all adorned set. It's really nice. You're going to like that too. Okay, so we will just do that. That is not the set that I used, though. Okay, so we're going to put that there, and we're going to put these little paws are going to go all over like this. I'm going to cut this a few times to get the little paws all the places that I wanted on this card. Grab this out. Oh, it's got a little mess in there. Okay, now my paws actually do hearts too, and I'm kind of keeping those. Okay, so we want those out. That does not cut the way I want it. It does this. I'm going to need to keep those because I'm going to want that back in there like that. That's going to be interesting. That's definitely different than what I had planned. But the paws are super cute. You can see the little paw does cut out little hearts. So I'm actually going to save some of those. I don't need very many of them, but I am saving a couple. And we won't be doing... We won't be doing this heart die after all. That is not the heart die I wanted. Okay, let's do more paws. You're just doing them randomly all over. Oops, they all need to be going up though. I'm just kind of throwing them out to get all of the little pieces out. Aren't they cute? Now I have saved these and glued these onto cards, but that was before I had my little dog set that has the paw print, because that was time consuming. Super time consuming. You can take a adhesive sheet though and put on the back of anything that you want to do. Now we're going to do paw prints going kind of down here too. I don't need to do a ton of these, so don't get scared. It's not going to take too terribly long. We're almost done. I think one more set of paws right here. You want them to be kind of random. Don't try not to put it in exactly the same way. Okay, that is that. That's all we need. And then we can assemble this card. Let me put this back where it goes before I lose track of where I got it from. And my brain is still trying to think, where did the hearts go? Because I'm looking at hearts and wondering if I put it in the wrong place and if it is in some other die set, which is fine. Since that's a retired set, it probably wouldn't matter too much anyway, but it's just a matter of making it hard for me to find stuff if it's somewhere other than where I expect it to be. All right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take your card. We're going to lay this right on here, and I'm going to need this heart set back in there because that doesn't look right. And then our little cute dogs are going to fit right here on the side. I think I might want the border showing just a little, so I'm going to go ahead and glue my little dogs on here first. Okay. Let's move you a little bit more like this. I can't tell what you're seeing. I'm trying not to cut off the bottom. It feels like I'm cutting off the bottom a little bit. Maybe if I just tip my camera a bit, that'll fix that problem. There we go, that's better, much better. All right, so I'm just gonna put some glue on here. I saw in our Southern Living catalog, not catalog, Southern Living magazine, some instructions for how to make your guests feel very, very welcome. And I thought I knew how to do that. So I was thinking, oh, this will be a fun little read because I think I'm pretty good at that, actually. And I was surprised. There were several things that I had never thought about that can make your guests, if you're having holiday guests, this is something you might be interested in, to make them feel very, very much at home. You could put, these on dimensionals and raise it up a bit, but this is a card I'm trying to keep as simple as possible, so I'm going to just glue it. And I do think the paw prints maybe look a little bit clearer when they're flat against a background that's allowing that to show really well. So I'm going to put a liberal amount of glue, but not so much that hopefully it's going to go through. And then we're going to just stick this on the front, on the side, leaving enough of a border around the edge that I can see what I'm doing. So one of the things it said you could do is include little surprising touches. This is something we do. I know everybody does this. You try nice little things in the bathroom to make people feel comfortable. But there were a couple of ideas that I just hadn't really thought about, like a baby monitor. I was thinking, oh, baby monitor, that's really quite an idea. I would never have thought of that, but actually that'd probably, if you have people coming over that have a baby, we probably won't be. You never know. We might. We have a little portable kind of crib. It's like a playpen crib. It is a crib, I guess. You can call it that. It's right there on the ground. So it's not like up high like a real crib. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. You probably do if you have young babies coming and visiting. It's something my daughter actually said, yes, it'd be great, Mom. Get that. She'll sleep really well in that. Okay, so my hearts, I'm fitting those guys back into their little space so that it looks like hearts, because it really didn't. And then I'm saving these black ones for other things. Now, I think with that Pampered Pets, I think the embellishments I'm using are with that set. When we had them, I bought a bunch of these because they were just so cute. These little dog bones. So I am going to use, aren't they adorable? I am using 1, 2 of these on this card, and then I'm going to use, and it actually comes with little hearts. Maybe I'll use one of the little hearts up here, since my hearts didn't work out. And then I am also using some embellishments that I just happen to have on the side. Things that I save and collect at various times. So these are not things that Stampin' Up! Carries, but it's exactly what I wanted and needed. Because I'm going to use, there's a new tie trim, and I needed something to attach one of those dog bones to it. So I'm going to use that clip. But this is called Gold. It's a gold leather, faux leather trim. It actually is like a little piece of leather. It says faux leather. I have no idea what it's actually made of. But that is going to be in the new catalog too. It comes with a suite of things that I forget what that comes with. But it's perfect like a dog leash. And it has gold on one side, but it looks like soft suede or something on the other. It also goes really well with this cinnamon cider. So I need that. And then I also have a brad that's like a super serious looking little circular brad, because I just wanted something that looked more, I don't know, something like you might have with a dog. Now, where is that? I thought it was in here and I'm not seeing it. Where are those? Oh, there they are. Okay. Let's see if I can find the piece I'm looking for. I don't even want to show you my stash of goodies over here because you would probably... I've been collecting these things for years, you know, so you might just get jealous. So I don't even want to show you what I've got. But when I go to a craft store, I look at their embellishments and see if there's something that I want to add to my little collection. Now, we're going to assemble all of this, and then I'm going to use a bunch of paper clips to glue it all on, and then set it aside and work on the other card, and then we'll come back and I'll do the label and you can see everything, because this one takes just a bit of time to get the glue to set, because I really need this to look like a leash. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this faux leather trim, and we're going to use it pretty liberally. Because I want to have a big enough piece that it's going to loop around. We're going to have some loops here. I'm not really sure how long I want it to be. We're going to loop this here. We're going to loop this here. We're going to loop it down here. And then I actually want it to tie. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off a pretty good amount of this. Now, it's very bulky. And so it's not going to go nice and flat underneath the card. So I don't want to just bring it around and tie it. So I did cut a pretty good amount of that off. And I'll show you here in a minute. So again, this is going to be in the new catalog, this faux leather trim. And it's going to be great for any rustic cards. I could tie it and do it from the inside of the card, you know. But it's not going to close all that nice, is it? And I don't really even want to do that, because I do kind of want it to look like a leash. So I'm going to tie this end here and tie it into a knot. Okay, so we've got a knot. And now I'm going to just fit this on here. We've got our knots going to go down here like this. I'm going to leave a loop here, and I'm going to glue and clip. Okay, so I've got a bunch of it's going to stick right here. So I'm going to take my glue and put a pretty liberal amount on it right here. And we're going to clip this to it. Like that. Okay. And now that that's clipped, that should stay on there pretty well. I think I'll clip it again. You can see I've got a lot of glue there, because that's a pretty bulky deal, you know. And then now I've got all of my little loops that I want to position. I'm going to have a label over this, so it doesn't really matter if I have a bunch of glue on it. But I kind of want to get all the glue in one spot. I kind of did more of this loop, or this you know, that I needed to. I don't want these loops to be equal in size. Let's do this. There we go. And my label's going to be more up here, so I really need it to be, I need that glue to be here. All right, so I'm going to move my little my leash, and I'm going to put a big glob of glue there, and grab my clip, and we're going to put this all right there. Like that. And then I'm going to put my clips down. My clips are going to glue right to it a little. I mean, that's kind of what happens. But they'll be easy to remove. Oops, I got some glue there. All right, so now this is kind of hanging out here, but I'm going to solve that problem later. Now, while that's going, I need to glue all these other things as well. This is my clip that's going to go on here. We'll deal with that in a bit. So I'm going to put that aside. The same thing, well, no, we can deal with this right now. This is going to go right here, and I'm going to need a hole punch for this. Now, normally I would take my my card, this is a card front, and I do that so that I can do these things and then glue it on a white card stock. But today I decided to just make it simple for you and just show you a whole card. But then that means this little brad's going to show on the other side. Normally it would not on my cards. They do not show. But that's the only one that will. Oh, I forgot this one's going to also because it is a brad. But I need this one to tie one of these little bones to. Let me grab a piece of black twine, and we're going to just get a tiny piece of it because our black twine has quite a bit of thickness to it. So I need just some of the strands. I don't need like the whole schmo. I just need some of the strands. So I'm going to separate out. Oh, let's see how many we want. Probably 3. You know, you just want to separate it out so that you can work with it. And then these little dog bones had little, they're like charms. They're cute. You could do a little charm bracelet with a little dog bone. I think that's one reason I have so many of them, because they have this charm. They were a little bit more challenging to stick on a card. All right, there we go. So we'll tie that, and then that's going to get fastened to my brad here. That has little rings attached to it. Okay. I'm not going to do too much fastening with this yet. I'm going to just tie a loop, but I'm not going to knot it up because I'm not sure how much I'll want that to dangle. And that's not really quite ready to go. These need to be glued on though, because that glue's going to have to sit and set before I can finish this card. So we'll go ahead and stick a glue dot there and put this little heart on it. Oh, that is so cute. Oops, my finger stuck to it. My fingers got, anytime I'm working with a lot of glue, I get a lot of glue on my hands. Okay, there you go, like that. So I'm going to set that aside, and that will set up really well by the time we're done with our next card. And I'm going to take my little hearts and put you here on this card so I can find you when we're done. All right. Now, for the next card, this fancy fold is super cute. When I first saw it, I wasn't that enthusiastic about it. What you do is you take a piece of 8 or 11 inch by 8.5 inch cardstock, and you cut, this is 11 inches this way, and then cut it 5.5 inches. Now my dimensions are probably a little bigger than the actual demonstrator who I got this from. Typically, people do cards that fit in a standard size envelope that's like an A2, and I never send an A2. I send A6s or bigger, because when you go down to the store to get greeting cards, those cards are never A2 size. Those are bigger cards, and I want mine to be at least as nice as the ones that you would buy in a grocery store, right? Now, this card is actually quite large, and it's going to have to go in an A7 envelope. This is not going to fit in an A6 even, I doubt. Let me grab an A6 and see. When I'm looking at it, it's looking pretty square, and that's one reason I was thinking, I'm not so sure that I care for this one so much. But then when I got it finished, it was absolutely adorable. And so I thought, you guys are going to want to see this. So let's see if it'll fit in an A. No, it doesn't. But it would fit. That's an A6. It would fit in an A7. And an A7 goes, you know, the same postage. So it's not like a big deal. But this is super cute. You open it like this. And it opens like this. Isn't that adorable? And this is how you're going to use that background stamp. You use actually 2 background stamps. We're going to use the other part of the one I started to cut out. That's going to go here. And then we're going to use the early espresso one whole here. And then this is that same leather strap. And you're going to see the new design, new embossing folder that we've got for this sentiment. It's so cute. So I actually ended up really enjoying it, but when I first started out, I wasn't so sure. So 11 inches by 5.5. Then you're going to take this and score it. You're scoring this at 2.5, and then at 3 3/4, and then at 6 3/4, and then at 8 1/4. That's what these fold scores are. They're mountain fold, mountain fold, mountain fold. It goes like this. Okay? Make sure I've got it correct, because the smaller fold is on the I believe the smaller fold is on the front. You end up with a smaller fold here on the front, and the bigger part is on the back, because that's going to give you some room for writing. Okay? Now you want to do your mats. So for the biggest mat on this front, this is going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I am going to use my Bermuda Bay, although that is retired. It just happens to be a color I really, really like with this early espresso. So we're going to cut this at, oh, there's another couple of little hearts right there. How cute are you? We're going to cut this at, this has got to be 4 inches. Is this 4? Oh, good. It's even wide enough this way. We're going to cut it 4 inches this way by 5 1/4. That doesn't seem big enough. 5 1/4. In fact, it doesn't at all seem big enough. So let me look here. Oh, it is. It is. It is. It is. Because you want to be able to see a border around the piece. So we're going to glue this right here to the card front, right there. So you're just putting glue on your early espresso so that you're going to have a nice little border going there. Okay, all the way to that edge, but don't let the glue go out and over it. Oops. Oh, there we go. All right, so right like that. And then before that totally sits, close it. Make sure that your borders are about the same on both sides of this card. When it's in the closed position, that looks pretty good. Okay, then on the next card front side, you want to have a piece here, and that is 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So we're going to go 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then that fits on this inside bit right here. So we'll just glue that on in there. And if you're stamping anything on this, now's the time to stamp it. I don't remember if I stamped anything. I think I just have my, yeah, I did not stamp anything. I have my background embossed folder sentiment that you are going to love. This is another piece that you've got to have in your kit. When you get your starter kit next month, you have to have this one. It's one that would be a fantastic one, whether you're a beginner or you've done it for a long time. All right, so make sure that lines up nicely together. It looks like it's pretty close. It could be up a tiny bit, but that's about as good as I'm going to get it. You do want them to match. That's pretty good. I'm seeing a little edge there, but oh wow, I'm gonna live with it. And then the last piece is 2.5 by 5 1/4. That is not 2.5, so we're gonna have to get out another little piece. I think I've got, aha, big enough one. All right, let's cut this one 5 1/4. And then 2.5. And that goes here on this back part. Now this part you want, when this is out, you want this border to be the same size as that border. Okay, I'm gonna put my glue on the cardstock this time, rather than on the early espresso, just so that I don't get it too close. I don't want to get the glue too close to the edge. So if you are trying to make your guests feel at home, little welcome package, they suggested like a nice bar of soap, but I was thinking, I don't know anybody who actually uses soap much. I mean, we always have, now we pretty much use, you know, shower liquid soap. So, well, yeah, that can look good and can send to your bathroom, but I don't know about that. Having water bottles handy, that actually is really nice. The baby monitor, though, I thought was probably one of the better suggestions they had for making your guests feel comfortable and at home. They suggested a sleep sack and a blankie, but I thought, you know, my grandkids, if they don't need those things. Our kids pretty much make our little grandkids are equally, you know, not needy. So that helps a great deal. Now for this background, it's going to cover this whole section. I don't want to do too much coloring on here because I don't want it to interfere with the early espresso and the pool party / Bermuda Bay coloring. But this is like a golden retriever here in the middle. So this guy has got to be golden. So let's see if we've got, do I have my So Saffron out still? Did I put you away? I don't see you. Thought I had you out still, but there you are. So Saffron. This is our dark So Saffron. So let's try you. Yeah, you're nice and golden. And then there's this cute little Pomeranian right below him. That has to be colored too. Okay. So let's try to get a little bit of some kind of a golden color going here with you. And you. Just a little bit, not a lot. And then we're working in those colors with the dark So Saffron. These guys are too cute. I don't know about you, but we have known Pomeranians, and they are such nasty tempered little dogs, but they're awfully cute. It's like, how could you be such a mean little dog? I don't really like Pomeranians because their temperament's not usually that nice. Now, maybe they're nice when they're little guys and they haven't had a chance to become mean. But when they get old, they're cranky. Okay, so I did light saffron to kind of whiten up that little dog's face. He's pretty cute. Put a little bit of darkness here and there with the dots underneath his little chin. And then we're going to kind of go with just leaving our German Shepherd the way he is. But the little dog, oh, look at that little Chihuahua. He's too cute. We'll do the little Chihuahua just a little bit here. It's got little bow in his hair. Well, his fur, actually. Oh, so cute. Okay, we gotta do that face, but man, I don't want anything too dark because I don't want to lose any of that fun expression that he's got. What have we got? We should have some ivory in here. There you are. Ivory is a good go-to if you need to lighten some things up and blend in light brown. Too cute. Okay, let's lighten up the body a bit to match his face because his face is definitely a little light. There we go. And then we'll just stick with the ivory here for, this is a spaniel of some kind. Oh, you are cute. I don't know what this one is. I don't know at all what that one is. And this one, I don't know. I just think that you could make these dogs almost any breed that you wanted to. It's just a general idea. And if you really know dogs, you're probably like, oh, I can't believe you don't know what that one is. Let's turn this one into a little bit more of an orange color. If I can find my papaya. That one was the 1,000. Where's my, oh, there's my papaya. No, that's not it. There's the papaya, pale papaya. My tips are really doing poorly. Actually, we're going to go ahead and just color them all in with that. And then I'll use my So Saffron. Let's use the light So Saffron. Something just fell. I have no idea what it was. Something. We'll use that to lighten up the nose and his cheeks. On top of his little head. Oops. All right, now what about this one right here? This little guy. We'll do him in a yellow. Just pick the ones you like and don't color them all. Just pick the ones that you like the most. I love the little bulldog. Isn't he cute? Let's do him in ivory. They're kind of looking a lot the same color. Don't worry. It's okay. And this is pale papaya. But it's the light pale papaya. We'll stick a little bit of that in here too. Okay. I think that's good. Maybe you... I kind of want my Great Dane to stand out a little bit. So that's partly why I'm doing this one. I'm not going to do the Great Dane. I want him to stand out. All right, I think that's good. And now we will get their little tongues with our Flirty Flamingo and their ears. There's a bunch of little dog ears and tongues. Oh, that's very dark. Let's find the other one. Here's my, well, this is not... Where are you? I really need my petal pink. My petal pink was not really functional. But that's what I need. Is a good petal pink. Pale papaya. Did I put it away? Flirty. Here's a light Flirty Flamingo. It's pretty dark, but we're going to have to just use it. Because we've got a whole bunch of little dog tongues, and I do want all of their little dog tongues to be sticking out. Then the ones that are sticking out, I want to see them sticking out. Okay, did I miss it? Oh, that one. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, and that one. When I was doing this card, I kept missing the dog tongues sticking out and having to go back in and find them. All the little ears and the dog tongues, you do want to do those. Okay, I think that's it. Now you can determine, since I'm using Pool Party and Bermuda Bay, since I'm using those, I am just doing the little bit of extra coloring for their little neckerchiefs and their collars and like this frisbee. I'm using Pool Party with that because I want something that's going to be kind of staying in the background, but that's matching. And so let me find that. And I'm going to just grab my light Pool Party. And we're going to go fast and go over all of the little neckerchiefs first. I think that frisbee's cut off. All of the little dog things. Just doing all of the little collars, all of that stuff this way. Now, if you wanted to make it more colorful, that would be great. But for me right now, it's a matter of just let's get finished as quickly as we possibly can. And this is one way of doing it fast. Let's just do it all in this one color. And it's going to be it's a very busy stamp, so I kind of want it to be unified anyway. So there's are some little areas in the background that are clearly a background and aren't part of a dog that's behind it. Those I'm using with my Pool Party. It's going to match this as much as I want. I don't want there to be a whole bunch of Bermuda Bay on this cover. Let's see, where else do we have? Like that. Like there. Okay. There will be spaces that you're probably going to think, I don't know, should I color that in or not? Just err on the not coloring it inside. And now that's done. Now I am still going to have to do some of these guys because I'm going to be using them. So I'm going to go ahead and color a few to match what I've just done. So let's take my... What's this? This one is, let's start with our pale papaya. I keep getting the fat end. The dogs that I kind of want to have a little bit of an orangey tinge to it. I'm going to start with my pale papaya. And then I'll move to my So Saffron for the ones that are definitely going to stay more in the yellow realm. And then we'll go to a brown for the other ones. Any brown, like bronze. Bronze is a good one. I use that one a lot. This is 400. It's pretty good too. It's a little dark, but it's not too bad. Let's just do a little bit here. Oh, you Pomeranian, I want you to be brighter than that. Oh, little Chihuahua, you're pretty cute. So I just read that dog fanciers who have dogs more than cats get dementia are less likely to get dementia. You just read these things and you think, come on, how do you get this information? Is this accurate? I don't believe it is, but maybe it is. But why? It's funny. I don't believe that. I just don't. And I'm a dog lover, and I don't believe that. Okay, this is number 700, and this is actually a very nice orangey. If you want to do your Pomeranian with this, you'd probably really like it. I can't, because I've already got this guy going with it now. We're going to go ahead and do somebody with it, though. Let's add a little bit to our little spaniel here. And then our Pomeranian's going to have to be with So Saffron. Okay, and then we'll kind of mingle that color in a little bit that I just stuck there. And, oh, we definitely need ivory for that bulldog. Okay. Again, you do not have to go too nuts on this. But I do want to match my little collars and little dog clothes. I am not a big dog clothes fan. When Jeff and I see little dogs wearing clothes outside, we always feel a little sorry for the dog. It's not like he had a choice. Now, sometimes it's really cold, and I know people are, care a lot about their pets, so they want to make sure that he's staying nice and warm, and they can shiver. And they look cold when they're shivering. You don't want your animal to look cold out there. I don't think they always need things, even if they're shivering, but that's just me. In our day, we did not have the dogs wearing things. We, spent our money on our kids more than our pets. But the times they are, he's got a little tie. A little tie, how funny. Okay, I still want any background, it's going to be this pool party. Because, again, like I said, I did not want a bunch of Bermuda Bay on the background. Oh, that's the dog. I don't want to color there. Okay, we'll have to fix that. Where did I do that? That was there. I did that dog. It's a pug. It's a pug. We've got a color lifter, but I do not think color lifter's going to do it. So we'll just color the pug. Try to get rid of that pool party I had going there. All right, very good. Now the ears and the tongues, and we are done with these guys, and we'll stick the cards together and we'll call it good. The other ones are probably dry by now, so I can finish it. Okay. What Christmas movies are you watching? I've got some out. Jeff is not getting any of them out to actually watch, though. It's like, what? He said, I'm not in the mood to watch any Christmas movies yet. And when he said that, that was a week ago. And I was thinking, well, fine. But you know what? Unless we start pretty soon, that means we won't be watching any Christmas. I'm not watching them after Christmas, that's for sure. All right, now we are going to cut this to match this. And this card was 5 1/4 by 4. So we need to pick out the part you like best. And we're cutting it at 3 3/4 by 5. So first of all, let's just square it up. Then you can decide what parts you like best. Okay, there and there. that wasn't really a squared up bit. So I do really like the bulldog. So I'm probably going to want to keep him in. All right, now that we've got it squared up, I love this guy. He's staying in. So we're going to go 3 3/4 from there. Maybe a little more. Let's do 3 7/8. And then we'll do 5. And, oh, this is upside down. It's hard for me to see. 5 1/8. And you see that does cut off the Frisbee. I thought it got cut off. And then we're going to glue this right on the top. Oh, you are so cute, little dogs. Our son's dog's name was Rotello. I forget how they got that name, but he was a goofy dog. Really goofy, fun, nice dog. It's always interesting to me what people name their dogs. They're so much more creative than I was. And we were growing up, our dogs had the names that were so common. You know, just your typical dog name. We were just not creative at all, I guess. Okay, now, so for this part, since I'm not going to stamp anymore, we are going to use what we've got. And you can cut around the dog and stick it on. You could just do a section and stick it on, however you want to do it. But you can do the whole side of it if you want, you know? I mean, we're just, whatever you think you can manage. I'm going to go ahead and cut this part right here off. And we are going to cut around. Let's cut around the little Chihuahua and the Golden Retriever. We'll keep the Chihuahua. And we'll keep the Golden Retriever for the other one. And we'll keep this little guy. How about the Pomeranian? Let's hang on to the Pomeranian too. He's pretty cute. But we will stop with the Pomeranian because I don't think we can get any further there. All right, so now what I'm going to do, see how much of that's going to fit. Not a lot. Now you could put this here and you could put this there, but there's not a lot of width here and there's more width there. So this guy's going to have to go here. Oh, I'm going to have to cut off my Pomeranian. All right, sacrificing the Pomeranian. We'll keep the Chihuahua. Okay, we're going to have to sacrifice the dog right under the Chihuahua. I don't think, well, maybe you will fit. Let's see. See if we can get you in there. We're sacrificing the Pomeranian. After coloring him, I hate to lose him. All right, now we're going to go ahead and square this up so that these guys are going to fit in here. And he's too cute. I really like him. So first of all, we'll go ahead and we'll trim the bottom off. And we will trim this dog's body part off. And see if that will fit. Still not quite fitting in. We're going to go ahead and do this. And this. This will justify it hanging out over its mat a tiny bit. And then we're going to have to cut a little more of our little dog off. All right, and now he should fit in there. Very good. So that's going to fit right there. Now I do see right here where I missed with my pool party for the background. So I'm going to get that. And then because this is a big bulky card, you don't want to add any bulk. Let's just keep it simple and put glue on here. You don't need any extra dimensionals to fatten it up. Oh, I was pretty liberal with that glue. I'm so glad it's not coming out. I was afraid it might start to really spread there. And then this part's going to go over here. Now we don't need all of these guys. We're just going to use some. So we'll go here and we'll see what we can get, okay? All right, so we're going to just cut off the bottom first, right? Well, let's try to keep that one dog. We can still keep him. He's a good one to hang on to because you can use him on another card. Doesn't he look mournful? Kind of sad. Like, what? They left me home and went shopping. And when are they coming back? That's what he looks like. He's so cute. We're going to hang on to you. I don't know when we'll use you, but I'm sure at some point we will. And then we can get all of these guys right in here. Sweet, sweet. So we'll trim the top off right above the pug dog's head. Oh, we need more than that. There we go. And then the side. And then we can trim right around here so that it looks neat and tidy. Okay, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and just trim off that part there and have the dog's ears sticking up. Oh, cute. And then that goes here. Okay, it folds right there, so you can't go all the way over. So now it leaves you a little bit of room for writing. Not a lot. You could cut off some more of the dogs if you want more space for writing. And then we'll do our little sentiments, and this one will be about finished. And that was just 2 stamps. So super easy. It does take a bit of time to, you know, color and cut, but not really a lot. And if you're a dog lover or you're sending this to a dog lover, believe me, you'll love it. It won't even seem like a chore. It's too cute. Let me put away some of my things so we can get the rest of this done. Get rid of my scraps. And the pens. I don't think I need them anymore. I am sorry that I am not wasn't able to use our little Pomeranian. Do you like nasty tempered dogs? Because I kind of do. It's like almost like naughty children. They're kind of fun to you know, not tease. I shouldn't say tease, but they are kind of fun to tease through. You could always count on giving them, you know, getting them all riled up. And they're kind of fun to do that too. Okay, so now I hope I can find my embossing folder that I was going to use because I put a bunch of things away. Oh, it's right here. I had it sticking out, thankfully. Now this is called Thoughtful Moments, and it comes with its own die. Oh, you're going to love this. So we're going to just cut 1 sheet of white paper. And I'm going to go ahead and take my white cardstock. And because I want to use the entire thing, I'm just going to cut around my folder. So I have a whole piece to use. Okay, and we'll get out our machine, but I don't need these plates. I need my embossing plates. Now this is one of our 3D hybrid embossing folders, and the magnificent thing is it cuts as it embosses. And this one you're going to want to do that. I don't always use them together. I do them separate because I am going to use these a ton. But with this one, no, put that there. And this I'm going to go, no, it has to go down. Okay, you're going to make life hard for me, I see. Okay, so this is the cutting side, so it has to go in this way. So I just need to make sure I've positioned this perfectly, because when you do, it's going to cut and emboss at the same time. It does fit. Ah, good. I thought it did. So you can feel it. When it slides into place, it's ready. It's done. It's ready. Do not let it shift. Put your paper over it. Close it up. Don't let it shift. And emboss. I'm going to go back just to be on the safe side and make sure it's all... I got it in here crooked, so it was kind of hard. I'm going to move this a little bit, my whole plate, because I had it over there a little tight. It was a bit snugger than it should have been. That was a lot easier that time through. Okay. Oh, you're gonna just love this. Look at you. Cut and embossed. Oh my goodness. They're so nice. And they are definitely embossed. I'm going to hang on to that. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like I might want to. So I'm going to use Oh Happy Day on the inside of this. And I'm going to use the word hello, which is here somewhere. I think it slipped out. Oh, there you are right there. This big hello. There's also this with sympathy. I think that would look good with our little dog. Or this just because, with his sad little mournful face. Now you can see it did not cut my folder at all, hardly. I see a tiny bit of markings right there. That's primarily why I don't recommend cutting and embossing at the same time. But with this one, I think you're safe in doing so, but you don't have to. You could cut, you could emboss and then cut, and you'd be fine too. But you can do it all in one go. And it does save quite a bit of time when you do that. Okay, let me push those things there. Put this down here. And I'm going to take my Oh Happy Day. And I'm going to take my Bermuda Bay. And I'm going to just very lightly lay it right on there, but just very lightly. Okay, I'm just touching it. I'm not even, I don't want to do too much or it'll get too much going on there. I just need a little color. Just a little so that I can see my words. And I could take a marker and do this too, but this is actually a super easy way to see that. Just pops right out. And then I'm going to glue this to the card on the inside. Oh, look at my Pomeranian where he went. He actually looks really cute right there. I might stick him in there. Oh, Happy Day. That's what a dog always looks like they're saying. Oh, Happy Day. I do like that. Let's take you. Snip your little side. Put a little glue on you. There he is, just peeking around the corner. Okay. Then our hello. Where are you? There you are. Okay, now this one I can do it the same way, but I'm afraid I'm going to have trouble. You can, if you want it to be, you know, neater, and you're going to be much more sure that it's going to look good. Because when you're just taking the ink and pressing it on that pad, you're really at risk of making a big mess. Seriously big mess. So if you want to be really sure that it's going to look good and you're not going to have any flubs and any mistakes, this is Coastal Cabana marker, but I'm going to use it even though it's not. Let's see what color it is. It's a little on the dark side, but that's okay. Actually, we're going to take the marker and just use the bullet point just for these skinny bits. Okay, I'm going to bring the camera way down here so that you can see what I'm doing. There's just these little skinny bits that I really don't want to flub too much. So I'm going to use my marker here. And I'm not trying to be too terribly careful. This is a matter of a time thing when I'm using the camera to show you what I'm doing, but when I'm working all on my little own, I do take maybe more time with these things than I should. It's kind of what we do. If you're a little perfectionist, just count on some parts of it taking a bit more time than others. It's kind of the way it goes. All right, that and that. All right, now I keep seeing areas. I think, oh, I'm done, but oh, no. There's that other little skinny bit right there. I could take this part and do it, but I'm afraid it's going to really mess up. So let's grab my pool party marker out again. The blending pen. You just have to be careful because this will bleed. And it'll bleed right into that white part that you're really trying hard not to flub up. But the other beautiful thing is that it's not going to leave a lot of lines, because if I use my marker, you can see right now I'm not making smooth marks. If I could make a perfectly smooth swoosh, I could use the marker and it would be fine. But since I'm not very good at swooshing smoothly, there would be a bunch of weird looking lines through it. So you do want to probably use that, and I could use it on these skinny parts, but you have to be super careful. So using a marker is much easier when you're going through the little skinny areas because they're very forgiving too. If you've got a little bit of a line, they're also darker, which I kind of like having that area that's thin, a little darker. Okay, almost done. And you can use your marker again to get kind of an ombre effect, right? Now, if you want to, and you're feeling very brave, and if your tip looks halfway decent, you can probably use the fat tip here on the top. But be careful. Oh, kind of went out of my line a bit. Okay, there you go. Isn't that cute? All right, we are done with that. And now we get to do the closure, which is using this again. This is a sprawler. This card is definitely a sprawler. So I'm going to take my tie. We are going to tie it into a whole bow. This is going to be one that's going to slide on and off. Okay, so I need a pretty good piece because I want to tie a bow here, and I want to have enough to really do a good job with it. That is so thick that my pin doesn't really prick it good enough to get that to stay. Okay, it's still not, and I don't have, I do not want you coming unraveled over there on the shelf. Okay, here we go. Now we'll go like that and like that. Like that. I want the tie, the hello has got to be like here. Of course, it doesn't matter. This is going to be a slide on and off kind of bow. I don't want it to not slide on and off. Okay, so now we've got the bow tied. Let's see if it looks good. Sometimes I have to tweak it a lot. This part is kind of like not where I want you. There we go. Come down here. Come down a little more. There we go. Still not. I want you down here. Like right there. All right. Better. Much better. And then my hello is going to go right on here. And this is where your glue comes in. Okay, so I want my hello to kind of fit in here like this. And then it's going to glue to this strip. So move your bow to where you really want it, because I was kind of just tying it just to get it tied. So if you want it over any, now's your chance to move it. Because all of these parts are movable, it's a little hard to do, but not too bad. Okay, now my bow is messed up. Good enough. Put your glue right where you want it on your words. You want it where there's the most visible bit, and you don't want very much. Okay, we're gonna go like here, and here, and here, and there. And I don't want it going off my card because this is going to have to be clipped. And if you want the gold up, I've got the gold up on this leash, but you could put the brown part up, and that would, because there's a brown side and a gold side. I don't really care. I just want my glue to fit right onto. Where's the glue? All right, I want to make sure my glue is going where I want it to go. Oh, good, I think it is. Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna, since this is a slider, I can slide it up, and then I can clip that on until it adheres really good. Okay. All right, so now we'll set that aside. Let's look at our other card and see how it went. We're almost done. Good, good. Nice and stuck. Stuck on good. Oh, perfect. Look at you. So cute. And now we get to do the tag on this one and we'll be all finished. All right, so for this one, all we need is a nice little tag. Let's grab, oh, and my little hearts too that I thought I might want still. Knowing you brings joy to my heart is what I did. I wanted one that is up and down, you know, not vertical. Yeah, vertical. I wanted a vertical stamp set, and I'm trying to remember which ones had that. I thought I had it out, and I'm not seeing it. one. Let's see. I'm sorry I'm taking time to look here because I'm not finding the stamp set that I thought I had out ready to go on this one. I thought it was so sincere, but I'm not seeing it on that one. Oh, well, does it? Oh, yeah, here it is. It is there. Now, we've also got a happy birthday that's a vertical, but that's a little long. I don't think I want one that's that long. Hope your day is a happy one is a really good one. I might do that. This is the one I did. You knowing you brings joy to my heart, but I've already done that one. The reason I did this one, though, is because it has the word heart in it. And actually, a lot of times, you know, as long as this... little dogs, happy little dogs, they do bring joy to people's hearts. They do. It just sort of makes you feel like that when you look at their happy little faces. So we're going to go ahead and do it. I'm using my cinnamon cider. Again, this one's a retired color, but your pecan pie is super similar. Very close. Oops. Let's do this again. Not push so hard on that other side. There we go. And we'll punch that out and put that on, and we are almost done. Now, this has taken me a while to do. I was actually going to do a whole another little thing with you on and use this set, this happy doggone set, but I am not going to have time to do it. That's okay. It's just the way things go. But I think you're going to just really like this one. Now, I did use a kind of a fun stamp. A die. What is it? Oh, it's this one. This is another new one. Thoughtful Expressions. I bet it goes with these. No, I don't think it does. I just don't remember. But anyway, it has this die. These are like perfect size dies. So again, these are going to be available in January. They aren't in the catalog right yet. You're going to definitely want it. So get ready. Get ready to buy these things. If you are not a demonstrator yet, you should be, because usually those of us who are making cards like to do it enough that if you are just buying all of your supplies, you're spending way too much money, and you can save a bundle when you are a demonstrator. That does not mean you have to sell. It doesn't mean you have to do these Facebook Lives. You can be a hobby demonstrator and just enjoy getting the savings. When you're part of our team, you get to do some fun things that you don't get to do with everybody's team. And some people do these things, but not everyone does. I send out little kits that we do together online every month, and it's a nice addition to the tutorials. You get tutorials from me and from my upline that you don't get on other teams. And I just think we appreciate you a lot. A lot of teams do, and they show their appreciation in different ways, but I think we actually give you a lot of reasons to want to stamp. Okay, now this is going to go here. So since this is very fat, we need to adhere this with dimensionals just on the sides. So I'm going to take my my strip. These are our little adhesive strips, foam adhesive strips. They're very cleverly named. And I'm going to apply that. Let's just cut this one in half. We're going to put this skinny bit here, and this skinny bit here. These are very fat because these are good for shaker cards. Why aren't you sticking? I'm going to have to actually glue that one because I think it must have been coming up for a while on my sheet there. I don't use these very often because they are for shaker cards, and I don't do a lot of shaker cards. So I'm actually going to glue. Normally you would not have to do that. Mine just, it's like super old. All right, so I'm using some glue on just that one. The rest of that was fine. I think it's kind of like old milk in the fridge, just not quite up to par. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to position you here on either side like that. And then we want to take our glue and do a little dab right here. For our little heart. Okay. Oh, you're so cute. Put our little heart right there. You can see these are staying on quite nice. Now we need to do the last bit, which is attach this. This is gonna, because I'm pretending this is my leash here. And so what I want to do is I want to put a punch here, but that's not going to punch all the way up there easily, I don't think. Let me get my hole punch out. Where are you? Where are you? I have you out. I have one here. Oh, no, that is it. Okay, let's see how high this will go. I don't think it's going to go high. Not even close. What do I have? I have a punch of some kind, but I also have a handy tool with a punch that actually fits right into our, no, that one will even, no, that one's a little too fat. Let's do this one. It's one of these cool little tool deals. Fits right in there. This is our pick a tool, and there you go. Fits right in there. Now I can put a hole punch right where I want it, which is basically right up here. Okay, like right here. And then I can put my little brad in here, and then we'll tie this little bone better. Now you can see why I do card fronts, that I glue onto a white cardstock. Then you don't see these things. But for today's card, this is fine. Now here's this little bone. We're going to tie that so that we can see it, and it's kind of dangling around. We'll just tie a little knot. I don't want it to tie too tight there. There we go. Just like that. Aren't you cute? I love it. That is so, so cute. And now this should be glued to our strap, so that can be taken on and off. And those are our two projects that I did with this stamp set, Doggone Friendly. Awesome. And then the embossing folder that does all of these wonderful words. Now remember, these are all the things that you can get in next month's catalog. Let's see what I've got. I usually have this paddle going here. This pick a tool is really handy. This is in the main catalog, so you could get this anytime. There we go. And we are all done. Thank you so much for watching and for liking and sharing my videos. I do appreciate it. You can find me on YouTube. You can subscribe to the newsletter if you want to just use the QR code. You can, if you shop at Stampin' Up! And get $50 worth of things, you can get these cards, and I'll send you 2 more of a different ones using this Doggone Friendly stamp set. And the Square Store QR code will get you to classes and other things that are available at the Crow Cottage. Hi, Carol. It's good to see you. How are you doing? It's so nice to see you. I hope you and Michelle and Karen and Diana and Mary and Melinda. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and it is a nice day. It's sunny and cold here today. The wind's blowing. Kind of reminds me of the Tri-Cities with the wind today. It's a little breezy. My tallest wise man blew down again. I'll have to go set him up, but I'll wait until tomorrow. Our winds are only one day usually, so that's nice. And it is sunny, so it looks deceptive. It's not as warm as it looks out there. So hopefully you guys, it looked like you might have had a little bit of snow already for Christmas, huh? But I bet it melted away fast. Usually it does. Our daughter was showing us what event they were going to down in California. It was like a giant light display. Oh my goodness, it was like super over the top, but it was like in a neighborhood, a really expensive, nice neighborhood. And they must have some kind of ordinance that requires the owners of the places there to put Christmas lights on their houses. And they have obviously some kind of competition sort of going because it was fancy. It was really nice. Mary videotaped a little bit of it with their daughter, and they were having so much fun. And she said, the difference is it's 60 degrees here tonight. And I thought, yeah, that is pretty nice. But I bet you didn't see or hear some of the things that I suspect you might hear down there in California. Here in Missouri, you won't hear or see any of those things. When we go down to the Gardens Aglow, it's